Hello, dear educator. How are you all? I hope you're fine. Dear educator, you have seen multiple prospectus to use of figure of speech. In there, we have seen alliteration, onomatopoeia, and one surprise content which were related of a figure of speech. Dear educator, which tell we are touched of a figure of a speech, it is a further most important. Let me say, what is that which is most important? Next figure of a speech. And this figure of a speech about, you've heard either in movie or in your day-to-day life. Still, according to the importance of them, I am going to talk to you about how to study and how to keep them in your memory. But before the starting of this session, I have a request to you all. Please like, subscribe and share so that the benefits of my class, more and more students, they can make their connectivity. Still they can connect along with you because you are helped them. Even I have seen a dialogue in there, connectivity, the makes networks their friends. In this time, there is the social media where we are made our the connectivity or making. So please, I have a request to you. Let's do a little bit. I'm not saying here you have to deposit your fee. I'm not saying here let's do the registration. I'm saying to you, let's do the like and subscribe. Just come to the point, which is today's my class. Under, if I will say to you, what is that topic? So this is called climax. Or I think you are aware in a film dialogue, climax abhi baki hai. I have heard this statement because this is a statement mostly time used by my daughter. So I know about this small statement which is repeating in order most youngsters for making their dare. In this figure of a speech under, climax is massive and most key point to be understand. It means what? Climax. Climax is arrangement. Point to be noted. This is arrangement set of series. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 series. I arranged them. I made a stair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So climax is arrangement of a series. Of which series? Ideas. So this series are their ideas. Here is ideas. In order to increasing, are looking about this number? It is in increasing order. If I will draw a sketch just like that, I will draw this sketch like that. Yes. Here is idea or here is order. Okay. It is arrangement the series of idea. There is arrangement of the series of idea in order to increasing importance. I will give you little importance, more important, most importance, and we can say, okay, when this is called a climax, if you will know how to draw this picture will indicate to you how to prepare the climax figure of a speech. You have to just made diagram of a stair like that. You have to write here in the bottom idea, counting numbers from 1 to 6. You made ascending order of these stairs. It is arrangement of the series of idea in order increasing importance. It was a less importance, it is a most importance. Less important and a most important. In a series of the importance, if you are writing the ideas in an increasing order, least to most important, so there is a climax. There is a climax. There is an example, what a piece of work, man. Normally, if you are done a small piece of work, so what a piece of work, man. What is the creation of God, man? I am a man. God has created us. We can understand there is exclamation. What is the creation of God? What a piece of work, man. How noble the reason, gentle reason. How the noble the reason, how indefinite in a facilities, in action, how like an angle. Wow, what is beautiful the creation here. From the first stanza of the line, I said to the creation of a man. Then I counted the work and phenomenon activities of the human quality. In the rest of the two lines, more important explanation here. So there is a climax figure of a speech. Why? Because in the first stanza of life, line just I recognized the work. What is a piece of work, man? Then after, how noble the reason and how indefinite facilities in action, how like an angle. Wow, what is a marvelous line. I am impressed from the last creation of this line. I am impressed, totally impressed. What is the climax here? In this figure of a speech under first hand I have seen what is the piece of work, man? What is a nice creation of God is man? How noble the reason, what is the reason behind of that he made this nice piece of the work, man? How indefinite. Then after we are going to give the quality of this creation. How indefinite in faculties, in action, how like an angle. This is the quality of that creation we are looking here. So there is none other than figure of speech. There is a climax. Beautiful, really. Let me I say, this is the beautiful stanza I'm taken for the explanation of the climax figure of speech in there. The arrangement of the series of ideas in order to increasing the importance. In this order accordingly, we are seeing there is example what a piece of work, man, how noble the reason and how indefinite in facilities, in action, how like an angle. Wow, really, that's great. That's great.